Listen to the message. Where is Amanda's bag?
Hi Jodie, Amanda here. I'm on my way to the 2 o'clock meeting with Mr. Thomas at the Centre building on Long Street, but I left my bag in the office. It's under the table near the window. Please can you bring it with you to dinner tonight at Ronnie's house? Oh, and please don't forget my watch. It's on top of the table. Thanks, and see you later.
Amanda's bag is A. on the table, B. in the window, C. under the table, D. near the table. Listen to the message from Simon. Where should Ben get off the train?
Hi, Ben. This is Simon. It's great you can come to the party. My house is near the university, so just catch a train on the Dandenong line and get off at Huntingdale Station. Then take the 630 bus and I'll meet you at the entrance of the university on North Road. Call me if there's a problem. See you.
Where should Ben get off the train? A. Dandenong, B. the university, C. Huntingdale, D. North Road. Listen to the message. What is Matilda's room number?
Hi Alison, Matilda here. I'm just calling to tell you that I got in yesterday. I'm so happy to be here and I can't wait to meet you and all your family. I can't believe how cold it is here. Is it always like this? Anyway, I'm staying at the Marriott Hotel in the city centre, so give me a call when you get this. My room number is 427. I'm really looking forward to seeing you. Bye.
What is Matilda's room number? A. 427, B. 472, C. 274, D. 247. Listen to Sandy and Brad. What does Brad decide to do?
I'm so bored. There's nothing to do.
Why don't you go for a walk and stop complaining?
Walking is boring.
You can ride your bike.
Maybe, but there's nowhere to go.
Oh, just relax, and I'll make you something to eat.
That sounds good, thanks, but I'm not really hungry. Oh, I may as well do my homework. How boring.
Brad decides to A. ride his bike, B. go for a walk, C. eat something, D. do his homework. Listen to the arrangements for an office visit. What is the most important part of the visit?
Mr. Paulson, our big boss, is visiting our office next week. We want to make a good impression, so we're planning to hold a welcome dinner on Tuesday evening after he arrives. The most important part of his trip, though, is the factory visit on Wednesday. On Thursday, he's going to see some of the city and visit some of the famous sites.
The most important part of the visit is A. making a good impression, B. the welcome dinner on Tuesday, C. sightseeing around the city, D. the factory visit on Wednesday. Who or what is the woman describing?
Hi, Pete. Have you seen the new film with that great actress? What's her name?
I dunno. Describe her.
You know, the one who looks like a model. She's married to Brad Pitt, I think.
Oh, you mean Angelina Jolie, don't you?
That's it. Anyway, she plays the part of an evil criminal, only she uses her looks to get men to give her what she wants.
Sounds typical. Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was great, actually. It's on at the Odeon Cinema, that really big one that's near here. If I see it again, do you want to come?
OK, then.
Who or what is the woman describing? A. Angelina Jolie. B. A film she saw. C. A great actress. D. A cinema. Listen to the airport announcement. Which gate should you go to if you're travelling to Odessa, Ukraine?
Attention, please. Final call for flight WAR 613 to Warsaw, now boarding at gate 11. Will all passengers for flight ODS 994 to Odessa, Texas, kindly proceed to gate 17 for immediate boarding. Passengers traveling to Moscow on flight MOS 234, we regret to inform you that the flight has been cancelled. All passengers for flight MOS 234 to Moscow, please go to gate 12 and board the 10:55 flight to Odessa, Ukraine, then change for Moscow. Passengers for the 11 o'clock flight to Paris, PAR 211, please proceed to gate 9. Those passengers traveling business class should proceed to the checkpoint at gate 10.
Which gate should you go to if you're travelling to Odessa, Ukraine? A. 11. B. 17. C. 12. D. 9. Listen to this message from a friend. Find out the best place to park your car.
Hi, John. It's Dave. I just realised that it's going to be difficult to find a parking space tonight. I told you before that you should park in the supermarket car park, but I just remembered that it's open late tonight, so I doubt if you'll find a space. Your best bet is probably the one next to the cinema, even though it's quite a long walk from the restaurant. You could park outside the restaurant, but it's limited to 1 hour, and then you have to move your car, so that's no good. Or you could just come by underground. That way you can have a drink. Anyway, see you later.
Your friend says the best place to park is A. In the car park next to the cinema. B. In the supermarket car park. C. Outside the restaurant. D. At the underground station. Listen to part of the radio program. What makes the man angry?
What makes me angry? That's a good question. I'm very keen on looking after the planet, so I get annoyed when other people don't. Factories are very polluting, and there should be more effective laws to regulate this. Cars also cause a lot of pollution, but they're necessary for people to get around, especially to work. I think people should recycle more, but it's the responsibility of the government to make this easier for people. I suppose the thing that makes me really mad is when I see people dropping rubbish on the streets. It would be so easy for them to use litter bins instead.
What makes the man angry? A. Dropping litter. B. Pollution from factories. C. Not enough recycling. D. Too many cars on the roads. Two students are discussing their studies. What does the man think of their new teacher?
So, what do you think of the new teacher?
She's all right, I suppose. What about you?
She's really good at explaining things, but she sets so much homework after every class. There's no way I'll have time to do what she's given us by Monday.
Yeah, but you knew this course would be difficult when you signed up for it.
Of course, but not this hard. I'm thinking of dropping it. Really, it's the subject matter that I object to.
Why don't you talk to her and see if she can offer you any advice?
It's a good idea. She's really easy to talk to, even though I'm scared of how intelligent she is.
What does the man think of their new teacher? A. He doesn't like her. B. He's generally unfavourable. C. He likes her. D. He's generally favourable. Listen to the message. How many cups of water are needed?
Hello, Sandy. I'm calling to tell you how to make that food we talked about. It's very quick to cook, as I said. You will need to use 2 large eggs, a small amount of butter, about 2 cups of milk, and half that amount of water. Then put them all together and heat for 5 minutes.
How many cups of water are needed? A. 2. B. 4. C. 1. D. 5. Listen to the message. What time does Sally's train get in?
Hello, John. This is Sally. I'm looking forward to visiting you and Sarah for a few days. Craig needs the car all this week, so I'm going to come up by train. Do you think you can pick me up from the station tomorrow afternoon? My bag is a bit heavy and I don't want to take the bus. My train gets in at 4:30. I'll meet you under the clock outside. See you. Bye.
What time does Sally's train get in? A. 4 p.m. B. 4:13 p.m. C. 4:15 p.m. D. 4:30 p.m. A guest is talking to a hotel worker. Where is the small coffee shop?
Good morning. Where's the business centre? I think I saw it across the road from the hotel, didn't I?
Well, there are 2, sir. The nearest one is on the ground floor. Go down the hall and then turn left. Keep going to a small coffee shop. On the right of it, you should see a sign that says Business Centre 1.
Thank you. Go down the hall, then turn left. Do you mean the first left?
Yes, sir.
Is it opposite the shop?
No, that's actually our conference room.
OK, I've got it. Yes, thank you once again. See you later.
Where is the small coffee shop? A. On the second floor. B. Next to Business Centre 1. C. Opposite the shop. D. Across the road from the hotel. Listen to the message. Why must the 2 friends meet 1 hour before the game starts?
Hi, John. Peter here. I got the tickets this morning. I think we should meet 1 hour before the kick-off so we can be sure to get to our seats in time. This is a big match and they're expecting a crowd of at least 50,000. Try not to be late this time. We don't want to miss the first goal again. OK then, see you at the ground at 6:45 this evening.
Why must the friends meet 1 hour before the game starts? A. They must find the ground. B. There will be lots of people. C. Peter was late the last time. D. They must buy their tickets. Listen and find out what you can see in the Great Hall of a museum.
Welcome to the London Museum. This month we have a special display on the topic of King John III, including the uniform he wore in the Great War of 1430. You can also see some of the weapons his soldiers used. They are on display in the Oak Room, which is at the end of the Great Hall, where we have a display of some of the jewellery he gave to the princesses. His crown, which is usually on display in the Great Hall, has been removed for cleaning. It will be back on display next month.
In the Great Hall, you can see A. The soldiers' weapons. B. The king's crown. C. The king's uniform. D. The princess's jewellery. Listen to the announcement about the boat to Green Mountain.
Good morning, passengers. Here is some important information about travel today. The morning boat for Greytown leaves at 7 a.m. You have half an hour to make your way to the boat. There is a second boat to Greytown at 9 a.m. We are sorry that there is no boat to Blueville today. This is because of high winds. You can travel to Blueville by bus. The afternoon boat to Green Mountain will leave at 5 o'clock this evening. We hope you have a pleasant day's sailing.
The boat to Green Mountain, A. leaves at 7 a.m. B. leaves at 9 a.m. C. doesn't sail today. D. leaves in the evening. You hear an architect talking about her latest project. Listen and decide what she is designing.
Well, my new project is quite a tricky one, not only because the building needs to be functional as well as visually pleasing, but also because a diverse range of people will be using it every day. And to add to the challenge, I need to take unusual needs into consideration. For example, how will injured or disabled people be able to move around the building? How do we stop the transmission of disease from one section to the other? But at the core of it all, for me anyway, is the main purpose of the place, rest and recovery. And for that, I will be designing a building that offers tranquility, comfort, and healing to everyone who enters.
The architect is designing A. a retirement home, B. a medical institution, C. a holiday resort, D. a military centre. Listen to the message. When does Peter want to meet Janet?
Hi, Janet. It's Peter Mason here. It was a nice surprise to see you yesterday after so many years. I'm happy to hear that you're doing really well. As you're going to be in town all week, would you like to meet up for a drink sometime? I know that you're very busy, but how about 6:30 on Wednesday evening? I can come to your hotel and we can have a drink in the bar and talk about the good old days. Give me a call later. Bye.
When does Peter want to meet Janet? A. Friday, B. Tuesday, C. Wednesday, D. Thursday. Two colleagues are talking together. Who is Mary describing?
Hi, Gary. How are things?
Great, thanks.
How was your holiday?
Fantastic. Oh, listen, I wanted to ask you. I haven't met the new boss yet. What's she like? I heard she's really tall. Jane said she's difficult to work for, though. Is that right?
Well, she's a real hard worker, you know, but she looks a bit like that actress, Kate Winslet. She's quite tall, with long hair and blue eyes. I think you'll like her.
Who is Mary describing? A. Their new boss. B. Kate Winslet. C. An actress. D. Jane. Listen to Jennifer talking about her plans for this weekend and decide what she's going to do on Sunday.
I have a weekend free at last, and I've got a great 2 days planned. On Saturday, I'm going for a long swim in the pool near to Sally's house and then meeting her for lunch. In the evening, I'm going dancing with Greg. I'm going to sleep late on Sunday and then meet Sarah for a coffee in the afternoon. I can't wait.
On Sunday, Jennifer is A. Going for a long swim. B. Meeting Sally for lunch. C. Going dancing with Greg. D. Meeting Sarah for a coffee. Listen to a woman talking about running. How far does she usually run?
Well, in my free time, I like to go running in the mountains. I go 4 times a week if I can. I meet my friends in town and then we go out to somewhere in the countryside. Normally we run about 5 miles and then we all go out to eat together. Usually we meet up afterwards at about 7.
How far do they usually run? A. 7 miles. B. 5 miles. C. 3 miles. D. 4 miles. Listen to two friends talking. What does Jane suggest doing?
Hi, Jane. I'm ringing about our plans for today. We talked about going swimming or having a walk around the park, didn't we?
Have you looked outside, Ben? Rain, rain, rain.
Yes, exactly. No point in going to the seaside on a terrible day like this. And the park will be horrible. It'll be nice and dry in the library, and I need to change a few books. What do you think?
We could do, or we could go and see a film instead.
Ah, sounds like a great idea. What shall we go and see?
Jane suggests A. Going for a swim. B. Walking around the park. C. Going to the library. D. Going to see a film. Listen to a man talking about a difficult journey. How was he travelling?
What a journey! Do you know how long it's taken me to get here? 4 hours, at least. Can you believe it? First of all, there was some sort of delay because of works on the line, and that held us up for over an hour. Then, when we got to Croydon, there was an announcement that one of the rear carriages had to be uncoupled. There was no explanation, of course. That's typical of what happens these days. Well, you can imagine the crush. At least I was lucky to have a seat. It was standing room only for most of the passengers. I tell you, next time I'm going to drive.
How was he travelling? A. By car. B. By plane. C. By coach. D. By train. What are the friends discussing?
Did you watch television earlier on this evening?
No, why'd you ask?
In the news, they said there's some sort of new project down the road from here. It looks like thousands of jobs could be created.
Are they opening a new factory or what?
Well, they haven't announced the full details yet, but it seems as though a big foreign company is launching a joint venture with a local firm.
Wow, that's good news for people around here.
That's right. Another thing they reported was that the national unemployment rate had gone up by 5% compared to this time last year.
Yeah, a lot of jobs have been lost recently in the financial services industry.
We'll have to be careful, or we could be next.
The friends are discussing A. What was in the news, B. Financial redundancies, C. Employment opportunities, D. A new local project. Listen to Alan and Jody talking about travel. What does Alan think of travelling?
What are you watching, Jody?
Michael Palin's travel show. He's gone to Poland this time.
Yeah, well, it's nice for him, being able to travel the world and be paid for it. I wish I had his job.
I heard on the news recently that more and more people are travelling these days.
Did you? It's not surprising, the way the ads make anything to do with travel seem glamorous. But the truth is, let's face it, travelling is far from anyone's idea of fun. Do you remember our last holiday? Those queues and that endless flight?
Yeah, but it's better than staying at home. Think of all those nice memories we have.
OK, but that's because our photos show all the pretty sights. The fact is, to get to our little paradise in Thailand, we had to go through hell.
Alan thinks travelling is A. Luxurious, B. A lot of fun, C. Very difficult, D. Better than staying at home.